Part 4 of the complete history of horror and violent crime covers in comic books. We're looking at the second half of 1948 today. And we have a truckload of covers to go through because I'm trying to be very thorough. Starting with cover date of July 1948. Here's the books we want to focus on. Crime and Punishment, number 4 from Glev Gleason. And it's a 48-page count. Looking at the cover, you see the gangsters are hiding inside the car. Charles Biro cover. Crime Detective Comics number 3 from Hillman. Also 48 pages. We can see guy stepping on the hands of a guy. He's lost his gun. Crime Does Not Pay 65 from Lev Gleason. This is the best-selling crime comic in the world at this time. The covers say more than 6 million readers monthly, which means likely that this had a sales run of 1 million copies every month at this time in the late 1940s. Huge title. Crime Does Not Pay. You can see on the cover there's a whole bunch of gangsters, one with a machine gun. It looks like they're trying to sneak in. Crime Patrol number 7 is from EC Comics. It's a 32-page count from editor William M. Gaines. And we've got Captain Crime on the cover. And looks like a bunch of gangsters. Crime Smasher number 1 is a new title debuting from Fawcett Comics. 32 pages. Virginia Proviziero was the editor. You can see a man is using his gun. You can see him shooting and killing men in the alley, right happening at that moment. Frankenstein number 14. 48-page count. It looks like the guy's going to fall into scorching hot water and is going to be burnt alive. Justice Traps the Guilty number 5 from Prize Comics. This, I believe, is a Jack Kirby cover. You can see the cop comes in with the gun, and there's also a gangster waiting. He's got his gun. Mr. District Attorney number 4 from DC Comics, based on the popular radio series, shows a whole bunch of guys arrested. Murder Incorporated number 4. This is a classic cover. Sexy woman on the cover. And there is a man with a gun firing, it looks like, at the mirror behind her. 32-page count on this classic issue. Real Clue Crime Stories number 29 from Hillman. 48-page count. You can see there's a gun peeking out the window. Super Mystery Comics number 42 from Ace Periodicals is a bi-monthly title, 48 pages. Keep in mind all titles back then were 10 cents each, but a huge variety in count of pages from 32 up to 48. This one's got 2 guys robbing a couple in the alley, plus there's a type of ghost hovering over them. So this has got a bit of a horror tinge to it before horror comics become super popular. War Against Crime number 2 is out from EC Comics, 32-page count, and it looks like they are in trial. Cover date of August 1948. We've got Complete Mystery number 1. This is a new title from Marvel Comics. They were called Timely or Atlas at this time. You can see Stanley's the editor of this book. And it's got 7 dead men written across the cover. We've got a bunch of gangsters, bunch of guns. Crime and Punishment number 5 from Lev Gleason Comics, 48-page count. Charles Biro cover again on this popular title, bunch of gangsters. Crime Does Not Pay 66. Bunch of gangsters. They're carrying a coffin with presumably a dead body in it through a restaurant. Charles Biro cover, 48-page count on that intriguing cover. Crime Must Pay the Penalty number 3 from Ace Comics, bi-monthly title, 48 pages. Lots of shooting and killing happening right on this cover, including a girl being captured. And Crime Reporter number 1 was a brand new title debuting from St. John Comics, 32 pages. You can see a fire. She's jumping from the building, possibly to her death, while the police wrestle with a man who has a gun. Crime Fighters number 3 from Marvel Comics. Stan Lee is the editor of this 48-page. This was published bi-monthly. And again, we've got a big ruckus, and we've got a bunch of prisoners fighting with police and beating each other up. Crimes by Women, number 2 from Fox Comics. 32-page count, another very sexy female cover, and she's got a gun and she's wrestling with a policeman. Criminals on the Run, number 1, another new title cashing in on the crime genre that was so hot right now. From Novelty Comics, 48-page, we've got numerous people aiming guns at a lion. Famous Crimes, number 2 from Police Files, another sexy cover. This one down to our lingerie. Kind of a risque cover for this time. August 1948, 32-page count. Crime never pays. We've got some gangsters breaking in on her. Gangbusters number 5, based on the radio show over at DC Comics. 48-page count. Editor was Jack Schiff on this bi-monthly title at the time. That was very popular. Headline Comics 31 from Prize Comics. Editors Joe Simon. 48-page count. I can't tell. This might be a Jack Kirby, but I'm not sure. We've got Justice Comics number 4 from Marvel Comics, and another big, busy battle issue. Police and gangsters firing guns at each other on this cover, which was published bi-monthly, 48-page count. Stanley was editor on this one. And Lawbreakers Always Lose, number 3 from Marvel Comics. And this has got a 48-page count, also published bi-monthly. Stanley, also the editor on this one. And it looks like these guys are carrying a dead body out in the trash while the police with guns are searching for him. Manhunt number 11 from Me Comics, 32-page count. We've got Anubis, Lord of Death, and some kind of interesting spirit or god on the cover, and they are firing their guns at him. Real Clue Crime Stories number 30 from Hillman, 48-page count. You can see we've got gangsters here dealing. Shadow Comics number 89 from Street and Smith. This is not actually a horror title, but this is quite the horror cover. I really like this one. 48-page count. This is the theme for all the Shadow covers at this time. Top Secrets number 4 also came out from Street and Smith. 48-page count, and you can see a guy's got a gun pointed and it's already been fired. There's smoke coming from it, so maybe the hand is from a person he's just killed. A lot of cool covers in a single month on the newsstands. September 1948 cover date. All True Crime Case Comics number 29 from Marvel. Another cool busy cover, a bi-monthly title, 48-page count. Editor was Stan Lee. You can see there's men with guns up in the building. Also down below, I think some people have been shot. Crime and Punishment number 6 from Lev Gleason Comics, 48-page count. Bunch of gangsters, it looks like. They're hiding behind trees. The police are trying to catch them. Charles Biro cover. Crime Detective Comics number 4 from Hillman, a 48-page issue. Bunch of gangsters, and they're at the city dump, and they're about to dump a dead body there. Crime Does Not Pay 67 from Lev Gleason Comics, 48-page count. Charles Biro cover. A guy shooting his way in the alley, but there's some guys waiting for him. Criminals on the Run number 2 from Novelty Comics, 48-page count. Who Done It? And there's a gun being fired from inside the clock. Frankenstein, number 15 from Prize Comics. 48-page count. Bit of a silly cover, but lots of action and guns firing at each other. Ghostbreakers, number 1 debuted. Not truly a horror comic, but maybe you might classify it. Definitely a cool, ghoulish cover on this brand new series from Street and Smith, a 48-page count. Guns Against Gangsters, number 1 from Novelty Comics, 32-page count. Whole bunch of guys firing at this man on the cover of this brand new title. Justice Comics number 5 from Marvel Comics, 48-page count. Stanley was editor on this one, and you can see again, police are chasing gangsters near the streetcars, and a woman is trying to duck from gunfire. Justice Drops to Guilty, number 6 from Prize Comics, 48 pages. Not positive. This might be a Jack Kirby cover. And we've got cellmates being guarded by police with guns. Mr. District Attorney, number 5. DC Comics, based on the radio show. 48-page count on this bi-monthly title, edited by Jack Schiff. It's an interesting cover. We've got a whole bunch of vials of poison and gangsters firing guns at each other. Murder Incorporated, number 5, another classic sexy woman cover. 32-page count. Looks like they've got her bound in rope behind her back, and she's being thrown into the river to drown. Real Clue Crime Stories, number 31. Some gangsters are visiting a guy, and they've got their guns ready. This is from Hillman Comics, 48-page count. Shadow Comics, number 90, Street and Smith. I love this cover. It's 48-page count. The Secret of Valhalla Hall. We've got the eerie, ghoulish castle up on the hill. October 1948. This is one of the most historic horror comics ever published, and we're about to see a new genre become popular. Adventures into the Unknown, number 1, from American Comics Group debuts. This title would run for over a decade, possibly the best-selling horror comic of the pre-code era. And this was a quarterly title at first, 48-page count. Richard Hughes was the editor. We've got the cool people coming up to the creepy, abandoned, haunted house on the cover. We got bats in the background. Authentic Police Cases, number 4, from St. John, 32 pages. We got a couple of sexy women here on the cover, and there's also some gunfire with gangsters. And Authentic Police Cases, number 5, also came out with this cover date, 32 pages, and we got another sexy woman. We can see that a guy's got a gun and he's trying to escape police, it looks like. Complete Mystery, number 2, from Marvel Comics. Jigsaw of Doom is a complete mystery book-length story, 32 pages, from editor Stan Lee, published bi-monthly. Crime and Punishment, number 7, from Lev Gleason, 48-page count. And you can see that people are running towards a man that might already be dead. No, he's speaking on the cover, so maybe he's wounded. Crime Does Not Pay, 68, from Lev Gleason, 48-page count. Bunch of gangsters again on the cover. Crime Must Pay the Penalty, number 4, from Ace Comics, 48 pages, bi-monthly title. And we can see there's sort of a car race, and a car crashes, and it looks like it's potentially killing a few people in the crash. Crime Patrol, number 8, from EC Comics, 32 pages, and we've got prisoners outside the jail. Crime Reporter, number 2, from St. John, has a sexy woman in lingerie cover. She's being fired at by a man with his gun, 32 pages. And we also have Crime Reporter, number 3, which has a sexy woman in a ball gown, and the way they drew it, it looks like she has 2 heads, but I think that's the reflection in the mirror. But there's a guy busting in, presumably to attack her in this 32-page issue. Crimes by Women, number 3, from Fox Comics, 32 pages. It's a whole bunch of women in prison, being a little scantily clad, a bit of provocative cover. Criminals on the Run, number 3, from Novelty Comics, 48 pages. And we've got a guy shooting his gun out in the mountains. Famous Crimes, number 3, from Fox Comics, is 32 pages. And we've got a gangster with a gun firing at the police while he has this woman in a unique costume being captured. Gangbusters, number 6, from DC, based on the radio show, is out. Bi-monthly title. Jack Schiff, editor of the 48-page title. Headline Comics, number 32, from Prize Comics. Joe Simon was the editor. This might be a Jack Kirby cover. And we've got the FBI on the cover of this one, and they are studying guns. Justice Comics, number 6, from Marvel Comics. They are in court in this monthly title, 48 pages, from editor Stan Lee. Lawbreakers Always Lose, number 4, also from Marvel Comics, a bi-monthly title, edited by Stan Lee. And here we've got a guy like in the insane asylum, possibly ready to attack this woman, and the doctor's holding him back. On the Spot, number 1, based on Pretty Boy Floyd, the criminal. This is a 32-page issue from Fawcett Comics. The girl is tied up and the police approach to catch him. Real Clue Crime Stories number 32 from Hillman Comics, 48 pages. Lucky Murphy appears to be dead. They've got him covered up on the street. Red Dragon Comics number 5 from Street Smith is a 48-page issue. And we've got this very interesting character. So not quite a horror cover, but I thought I would include it because it's borderline that and sci-fi a little bit. Vic Flint number 2 from St. John Comics, 32 pages. A woman is scared on the cover while two men wrestle and one has a rifle. War Against Crime number 3. There's a car chase and is one of these cars going to go off the rails? EC title, 32-page count. November 1948 cover date. All True Crime Case Comics number 30 from Marvel Comics. Stan Lee is the editor of this 48-page bi-monthly title. We've got 4 gangsters, and they've all got guns pointing at the man in the chair. Authentic Police Cases number 6 from St. John is a 32-page issue. Features a sexy woman, and looks like she's going to be thrown off the train to her death by an angry man. Crime and Punishment number 8 from Lev Gleason, 48 pages. Charles Biro cover. Police are coming around the corner with their guns to find these bank robbers, it looks like. Crime Detective Comics number 5 from Hillman Comics is 48 pages. Police surround a man with a guitar case. But what's in the guitar case? Crime Does Not Pay 69 from Lev Gleason, 48 pages. They're trying to change the railroad tracks so that they can crash a train. Charles Biro cover. Crime Fighters number 4 from Marvel Comics, a bi-monthly title, 48 pages. Editor was Stan Lee. We've got a man who shoots the police and he's dropping his gun while a woman looks on. Frankenstein number 16. Frankenstein monster is actually helping the train from crashing by holding the railroad bridge tracks up, while some gangsters with dynamite are now tied up. Guns Against Gangsters number 2 from Novelty Press, 32 pages. Sexy girl in the front, and there's guys being shot. One guy is holding a gun. Justice Traps the Guilty number 7 from Prize Comics, 48 pages. This looks like it could be a Jack Kirby cover. And we've got police and a guy scuba diving into the water, and he's found some treasure. Mr. District Attorney number 6 from DC, based on the radio show, a bi-monthly title. Jack Schiff was the editor of the 48-page issue. There is a fight on the cover. A man is smacking the other guy. Takes place in Scotland Yard. Murder Incorporated number 6 from Fox Comics, 32 pages. There's a man with a gun. He's ready to fire at one of the 2 boxers who are competing. Real Clue Crime Stories, and on the cover they are on a train, but one guy is a prisoner. He's tied up to the police officer there. Super Mystery Comics 44 from Ace Periodicals, 48-page bi-monthly title. It's a big theme month for trains here. The train is coming, and there's a man being thrown off the tracks, possibly to his death, and he's got a case of money. And there's a few gangsters on that cover. December 1948, Adventures into the Unknown is now bi-monthly. Here's issue number 2 of the classic long-running title. It's got a very eerie cover on this early horror title. In fact, this is the first ongoing regular horror comic series ever published. Complete Mystery number 3 from Marvel Comics features Fear in the Night as the book-length story, 32 pages. Editor Stan Lee, and it's even a little bit of a horror vibe to it. Man's got creepy hands, and there's a bat or something flying in the sky. Crime and Punishment number 9 from Lev Gleason, 48 pages. Looks like the police have just caught this guy. He's hiding a gun. Crime Does Not Pay number 70 from Lev Gleason, 48 pages. Charles Biro cover. There's a man on the other side of the door. Crime Must Pay the Penalty number 5 from Ace Comics, 32 pages. This is the classic cover of the man with the light shining on him against the wall. Even X-Men would use this idea decades later. Crime Patrol number 9 from EC Comics, 32 pages. The police are capturing the gangsters, and they've dug a hole in the ground. Crimes by Women, number 4. Sexy woman on the cover, smoking in her robe. 32-page count, and there's a dead body behind her. Criminals on the Run, number 4, Novelty Press, 48 pages. There is a shark on the cover, and is he coming for the guys swimming around the boat? Famous Crimes, number 4, from Fox Comics, 32 pages. Looks like we've got a dead body on the ground. Reporters are there to photograph. Police are there as well. Gangbusters, number 7, from DC, based on the radio show. Bi-monthly title, edited by Jack Schiff, 48 pages. It's the T-Men. They're breaking in to a room that's got, looks like money maybe on the table. Ghostbreakers, number 2, from Street and Smith, 48 pages. And Dr. Neff breaks the voodoo hoodoo. So not necessarily a horror title, but leaning that way. Headline Comics, number 33, Prize Comics, Joe Simon's the editor. This might be Jack Kirby cover artwork. And we've got 2 policemen have captured a gangster who's holding his gun, but he's about to drop it. Justice Comics, number 7, from Marvel Comics. Stan Lee's the editor again, on a bi-monthly title, 32 pages. And the police are with a woman and boy, and they find some guy who looks like he's a criminal, or is he homeless? Lawbreakers Always Lose, number 5, from Marvel Comics. Bi-monthly 32-page title, edited by Stan Lee. There's a guy pointing a finger with a creepy silhouette. Real Clue Crime Stories, number 34, from Hillman Comics. 48 pages. We've got the police department going by. There's a criminal in the back. War Against Crime, number 4, EC Comics, 32 pages. The police have a building surrounded, and they've got their lights shining up. The windows are smashed in, and they're trying to catch some bad guys. Well, there you go. That's a mouthful of comics. You have to keep in mind, these are all the crime and violent themed comics on the newsstands. Just for a 6-month period, it's a lot of comics. And if you looked at my big chart, you'll see that I selected 94 covers for this period of the second half of 1948. And the numbers are just going to keep growing year by year. And we're going to start to see more horror covers appearing, and eventually even sci-fi covers as well.